Morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Morning, Esther. Where have you been?
I am always here.
Well, you're not always here. I didn't hear from you yesterday. Good morning, everyone. Hello, Muhammad, Kani,
Yes,
Madeline.
yesterday I
Good
was a
morning,
little bit.
Good morning, teacher.
Good morning, Farman. How's it going?
Good morning, teacher.
Hello, Zurian. Good morning. Hello,
morning.
Benar. Hello,
Good
Koshish.
morning, Miss.
Morning, Erkan.
Yes,
Morning, Ben Erkan.
It's
Yes.
today Teacher's Day, right?
Today's Teacher's Day? Really?
Yeah.
I thought it was yesterday.
I thought it was today. I don't know.
Really?
In
Okay.
this case, happy
You-
Teacher's Day. If
Thank
it
you
was
so
today.
much. Thank you so much. It's very sweet of you. Well, I saw it yesterday. There was a party at a school for Teachers' Day, and I was like, nobody's celebrating Teachers' Day. Nobody's saying congratulations. Thank you so
Actually, I
much.
didn't know. Happy
Yeah.
Happy Teacher Day.
Thank you so
Teacher's
much.
Day.
Actually,
you so
today,
much.
I saw today is Teacher's Day when I opened classroom. So I thought it was today.
Oh, really? Okay, that's interesting. Well, because yesterday the applications weren't working. Did you face
Yeah,
any
that's
difficulty with that?
I
Yeah,
think
nobody knew about
yeah.
it. Yeah.
So
Well,
in this case, if it was today or tomorrow, both, nothing is important. Just happy Teacher's Day.
yeah, thank you so much.
Actually,
Junaid.
every day it's your day.
Oh, you're so sweet. You just made my day. Thank you so much.
Yeah. You're welcome. Because that you always help us. You make me speak English very proudly for myself, actually.
As you
That's
should, as you should. Always do your best. Always speak English. You know, your English, all of you, your English is totally fine. You just need practice.
yeah, we just need practice and that we did because of you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You're so welcome. It's my pleasure, dear. Thank you so much, Kenny Yan. You're so sweet, all of you. I wasn't having a very good day, but I mean a morning, but you're so sweet. You made my day. Thank you so much. You're all very special yourselves.
Thank you, Miss. You're
Thank
welcome.
you, Sturgen. So what did I want to say? Yeah, since we started the topic of the applications going down, what do you think is the reason? They said it was this 13-year-old kid who hacked Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp. But do you think there's other reasons for this? Well, Mark certainly did lose a lot of money yesterday. Do you have anything to say on that topic? Do you want to talk about Teachers' Day instead?
Actually, before a month ago, they mentioned that the applications were not working 3 months ago, next month. I don't know if it was right or not, but that was right. It was yesterday, it wasn't work, just Facebook.
Yeah. Well,
WhatsApp, Viber, those applications will work actually.
no, WhatsApp and Instagram weren't working either because they're also, the owner of Facebook's.
I don't know, just
They also
Facebook,
has
Instagram, and
WhatsApp.
Messenger won't work actually because I used it Viber yesterday.
Viber was working, yeah, but WhatsApp no, because WhatsApp and Instagram and Facebook are owned by the same person, Mark Zuckerberg. If that's how you pronounce his name.
I really
They're all
feel
his.
bad for I really feel bad for Marcos. Yesterday lost a lot of money.
He did. He definitely did lose a lot of money. People went to Snapchat and Twitter instead yesterday, so I don't know. That was suspicious, kind of, because like a lot of pages on Twitter and on Snapchat as well got a lot of followers. People were so bored, even if it was like just, I don't know, 5-6 hours.
Yeah, it was those time. You know, every time I went to Facebook, Instagram, nothing is worked. I called Paul, what I do, I didn't know. I got to TikTok, I didn't find anything. I went to Snapchat, there wasn't anyone to talk to them.
Nothing.
I went to Telegram, there was, Actually, I read something there because I joined channels from learning English language, and I joined from those in Telegram, but
Okay, that's good.
no one of them like Facebook, Instagram.
Yeah, true. Well, we're used to those, so I think for these cases as well, if you face this again, Pinterest is also interesting, but you need to, make your For You page very specific. You need to only like the things that you actually like, so you will get more of those. Then you will enjoy the experience of TikTok and Pinterest as well. You will definitely only get the things that you like, unlike Instagram where you see everything. So if you guys want to customize your Pinterest, it will be very helpful for you.
I just use Facebook and emails. I don't, and WhatsApp, these Viber,
And they weren't
these.
working, yeah? And they weren't working yesterday.
They are good for me.
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
what did
I
you do
don't use
yesterday?
these other apps like TikTok or other apps
Esther,
that you mentioned.
what did you do yesterday when Facebook was off?
My Facebook?
Yeah.
I didn't check my Facebook yesterday.
Okay, that's good. Okay, what about WhatsApp?
till at night maybe I checked once, but it was working.
It was working? Okay, well,
Yes.
Esther didn't check her Facebook until it got fixed. Esther, yesterday it was an event of the year. Facebook wasn't working. People were bored. They were on the streets. I don't know.
Seriously.
It was a drama. It was dramatic.
Oh,
Yes.
yes. I didn't know.
Good for you. Good for you.
Yes. Maybe too late to know.
Okay, the guys, what did you do? What do you think about this? Do you think it's the 13-year-old hacker? Do you think it's something else? Are you not interested in technology at all? Okay, the guys here, they're not interested in, I don't know, medicine, not in psychology, not in technology, not in history. What are you guys interested in? Please let me know. Because if it's football, I cannot talk to you about that. Yeah, except for the fact that Messi got out of Barcelona. I do know about that. If you want to talk about that, we can do that. Thanks so much, Muhammad Sabir and Bahra. Thanks a lot. No? Okay. I guess you guys like active and passive voice, so we need to go back to that. All right. One thing before I move on, I think even in the previous cohort, we made this mistake. Hollywood has become the movie capital of the US. It's not a passive sentence, it's an active one. Okay, yesterday we said it's passive, it's actually active. Why is that? Because has become is not a passive sentence structure. If this was passive, it would be has been become, but it's wrong. Because become does not take an object. Okay, it doesn't take an object. Hollywood has become the movie capital of the US. It's like saying Hollywood is the movie capital of the US. Become has a similar meaning to is. Okay, it means Hollywood is equal to the movie capital of the US. They are equal. Okay. يعني هوليوود بوابة بايتختي فيلم لأمريكا. هوليوود صايرة بايتخت عاصمة الأفلام في الأمريكا. Yes, في أمريكا. So صايرة بوابة. Okay, so هوليوود بايتختي فيلم ل US يكشتن. Become معناه إزي هيلرا. Become object ورناقرة. بوي أم بصدايا بابلين passive نية. أجر passive بوي أبو has been become چكا present perfect ب passive أبو has يا have been لقل PP verbaka. Okay, بوي بمشي بتوزي word بن أم بصدايا passive نية active. Okay, clear? All right. Okay, so today we said we're going to talk about the agent with the passive. When do we use it? When do we not use the agent? Okay, but here in this exercise, we were at number 10. Yes, let's do 11, 12, 13 as well. Try to fill in the blank using the tense and the verb that's mentioned between the brackets. Der was time, Janzo, Donzo, Sianzo, Mabu. Let's do them. Raise your hand if you would like to answer. Yes, Kani, number 11.
Okay. When, let's say we should put it in a simple past, we
Yeah.
should use was or were.
Yes. So what?
Our
Which one do we use?
subject is movies, so were.
No, the word is sound.
Sound, okay. It's uncountable. So
Yeah.
where? Where?
It's uncountable, so it's singular.
Okay, was.
Yeah.
When was sound added to movie?
Yes,
It was added in
exactly.
1927.
Exactly. Thank you so much. When was sound added to movies? It was added in 1927. Yes, very good. Okay, number 12. Yes, Benar.
Movies are often made in Hollywood.
Movies are often made in Hollywood. Exactly. Thank you. Yes, sir. Number 13.
Present perfect. How many movies have been filmed in black and white?
Yes, exactly. Thank you. Excellent. How many movies have been made? Have been filmed in black and white? Okay, great. Thank you so much, guys. All right. So we have the usages of active voice and passive voice. Let's see, why do we use them? Okay. We've talked about this before, but since it's in the book, let's go over it. So when you go over the book, when you're revising, when you have an exam, you would know what it's talking about, and you need to skip it if you know what it's about. ئەمانە من باس کردووە بەڵام هەر باس یەکەم بۆتان لە فایلەکە لە بەرەوەی کەم ڕاجعتان کرد بزانن باس چیەکە ئەگەر پێویستان نەبوو تەرکیکەن. احنا حكينا عن هدول المواضيع من قبل، لشو بنحتاج الباسيف، لشو بنحتاج الاكتف، بس راح نحكي عنهم مرة تانية لحتى إذا شفتوها ليلة الامتحان أو في مرة راجعتوها تعرفوا عن شو عم يحكي التيبل وما تحتاجوا إنه تراجعوا مرة تانية. Okay, so we have this example. The man ate the fish. The man was eaten by the fish. Okay, do you know the difference between these sentences?
In the first sentence, the man do the action,
Yeah.
eat the fish,
Mhm.
but the second one, the man was eaten.
Okay, exactly.
The shark or the fish was the subject.
Exactly. Okay, it was the doer of the action. Yeah. Okay. The man ate the fish. پیاوەکە ماسێکی خوارد. Okay. یەن جملەیەکە نووسین هەر بۆ شێوەیە بەڵام پاسف بێت. بەڵام هەر the man لە پێشەوە دائنی. The man was eaten by the fish. Okay. بەڵام ڕستە پاسفەکە معنای ئەوە نایە پیاوەکە باسی خوار، معنای ئەوە ئەیە پیاوەکە خورا لەلایەن ماسیەکەوە. Okay. في هدول الجملتين يعني the man ate the fish, the passive sentence is not this sentence is passive sentence أو رصدة passive passive active كنية ها رصدة ترى بس passive. okay. هدول الجملتين في عنا واحد active وواحد passive. في واحد منهم the man بيكون ال subject، في واحد منهم بيكون subject of a passive sentence. okay. يعني هاي الجملة الباسيف ما بتكون passive الactive one، بتكون جملة passive غير وحدة. تمام. The man ate the fish. الرجل أكل السمكة. The man was eaten by the fish. الرجل اتأكل أو كان مأكول من قبل السمكة أو the fish here is a shark. Okay. So when the verb is in the active voice, the subject performs the action. Okay. كادر صديقي active man هي subject كمان action كأكاجي بجيكا. لما عنا جملة active السبجكت بيقوم بالفعل. اوكي بس لما عنا جملة passive الفاعل بيكون بيتلقى الفعل. اوكي متلقي الفعل. So here the passive sentence, the man was eaten by the fish. The man is the receiver of the action. Okay, it's received the action. It's not a subject, it's receiving the action. So it's basically the object, it was eaten. Okay, so do not mix them up. When we make and change a sentence from active to passive, the object becomes the new subject and the subject becomes the new object. So it's going to change places. The verb of an active sentence, the subject is the doer of the action. But when we have a passive sentence, a passive verb, the subject will not be the doer of the action, it will be the receiver. Okay. باين درس أخواني ألين بلا درس أخواني كوشش حتى استا هيج تقنية قبل باني ودوباني عطلة. Okay, please keep things like these because they're distracting to the end of the class. Alright, هلا بدي أعيد مرة تانية بسرعة. الجملة الأكتف الفعل اللي بيكون active voice، الفاعل تبع الجملة بيكون الشخص اللي بيقوم بالفعل. اوكي بس بالجملة الباسيف الفعل الباسيف السبجكت هو بيتلقي الفعل. اوكي بيتلقي اللي صاير الشيء اللي صاير، ما بيكون الفاعل، بيكون المتلقي. اوكي let's move on to the second point. For active, we have an active sentence. I see the Academy Awards ceremony every year. Guys, please mute yourselves. Okay. I see the Academy Awards ceremony every year is an active sentence. Then we make this one passive. The Academy Awards ceremony, that's the object, is seen by millions. This is a present simple sentence. Okay. We have another example. This one is a question. Do you know the winners' names? We change this to passive, but to answer it. Okay, to answer. The winners' names are not known until the night of the ceremony. Okay, this is an answer to the question. All right, but it's in passive. Okay, you don't say I do not know. You say the winners' names are not known until the night of the ceremony. Okay, another example. The Academy presents awards to the best actors and directors. Okay, here we change this to passive. The awards, okay, the awards are presented every year. We can also change this in another way. We can also say best actors and directors are presented Academy Awards too. Okay, we can change it in this way as well. But the easier one is that the awards are presented every year and we remove the best actors and directors. All right, let's see the explanation. Here we have the explanation. Check this part. The active voice focuses on the person who does the action. The passive voice focuses on the receiver or the result of the action. All right, we already know this. Sometimes the passive voice mentions the agent. The agent, who is that? The person who does the action. Agent كيا وكسي ككردارة كأكا بلا ما يخينا كوتايا ولا رستي باسفة. الagent بيكون الفاعل فاعل الجملة، بس احنا فاعل الجملة الأكتف، بس احنا بنحطه بآخر الجملة الباسف، تمام، بعد الباي. Sometimes it's not necessary to mention the agent. For example, like in B and in C. لبي وسياد ضرور نبوي مع agent باسفين. ما كان ضروري إنه نحكي عن الagent بالجملة تبع B و C. The winners' names are not known until the night of the ceremony. The agent is me. I don't need to say by me. Okay. The awards are presented every year by the academy. We don't need to say that by the academy because it's obvious. Okay. في هي الحالتين ما ضروري إنه نحكي عن agent عن الفاعل. تمام. هلا راح نحكي عن بعض المواقف اللي بنحتاج أو ما بنحتاج نستخدم الagent. بعضی چەند کاتێکەکەین کە ئێمە ضروري نییە agent ناو بێنین لە ناو ڕستەی passive. Okay, do you have a question about this? We already know these things. It's just that we went over them again. Okay. In this exercise, you're going to write passive sentences yourself. You can do it at home. All right. So the passive voice without an agent. Let's see when we do not use an agent. ليه بس حالتنا كن كتاب بيسمان بونيا agent ناو بينين. ما بنحتاج إنه نذكر الagent أو الفاعل. Okay. The passive voice is used more frequently without an agent than with an agent. زياتر ببي agent passive voice بكارينين وكلويك بagento. Okay. The invitations have been sent out. The winners' names are placed in envelopes. Okay. In these two sentences, you can guess they're both passive. Okay. It's not important to mention the name of who did it. Okay. For example, this is an Academy Award or this is a wedding invitation. Okay. It's not important who delivered the invitations. Maybe it's a delivery company. You don't need to know. It's what's important to know is that yes, all the invitations have been sent out. Getting ليرة أشياء للروي معناته يعني اللي كيبينه كإما getting بلا معنو أويا invitation كان بقى بدسي ميوانا كان نكوي ككي جانويتي. Okay. أجري ما باسيو بكين طبعا أو لو حالتا passive نابي active باسيكين. Okay. بس اما وكو كردو معنا بباسف كواتا بلا مانو جرينيا كي كردي بلا مانو جرينجا كراوا وشتا. Okay. The winners' names are placed in envelopes. Gringia lane krikare kirbeti lane kasegi grin kirbeti balam gringia gringoe كناي براو كان كراوتا ظرفه. أسماء الفائزين محطوطة بظروف. Okay. في ظروف مغلقة. Okay. مانو مهم مين حاططهم هونيك. اوكي وكمان مانو مهم ال invitations او ال what's an invitation in Arabic الدعوات. يس الدعوات مو مهم منو وزعون، المهم انه تم توزيعهم. لما بنستخدم الباسف يعني احنا مانو مهم لإلنا منو ساوى الشيء، المهم عندنا انه الشغلة صارت لو ما صارت. اوكي. Just like in present perfect, you remember we didn't care about the time, we cared about the action, if it happened or it didn't. All right, this is the same case. It's a matter of focus. مسألة ويا كيما فوكس كينا كويا بنركز على أي مكان في الجملة. Okay. The passive voice is used when it's not important to mention who performed the action. Exactly. Okay. The passive voice, the second time we don't need an agent. Okay, let's read the explanation first. The passive voice is used when we do not know the agent or when we prefer not to mention the agent. Okay. كاتك إما أو كسرنا سيجا كاركي كردوا ياخد نام عنوي نحزنا كي نايبينين ما بنعرف منو بيكون الفاعل أو بنفضل إنه ما نقول اسمه. أوكي. كمثال في حالة إحنا ما بنعرف الفاعل someone stole my wallet. Okay. My wallet was stolen last week. My wallet was stolen last week. You don't need to say by someone. You don't know who the someone is. Okay. My wallet was stolen last week. حفتي بيشو جزانا كم دزرا محفظتي انسرقت الأسبوع اللي راح. ما بنحتاج نقول من قبل شخص، الشخص ما بنعرفه. اوكي. اذا كنا بنعرفه كنا رحنا ورجعنا الجزدان صح. ناي ناسين كيا اجاب ما زانيا يتزاكا كيا وشين جزدانا كمان هنا. So you don't know this person, you don't know the agent, so you don't mention it. It's not important. Okay. We have another case when we prefer not to mention the agent. حالته هيك اما حزناكين ناوي agentك بينين. Someone told me that you like movies. هلا شو لك كبي وتمكا أو العصفورة قالت لي إنه. You see, you don't want to say the name. I was told, you just say I was told that you like movies. I was told بيان وتم كسبي وتم. I was told that you like movies. You don't want to say the name of the person who told you this information. Maybe they told you سوين بخور بكسنا لي. Okay, so you prefer not to say the name. حزناكي نايبيني ما بدك تقولي الاسم المحدد بتقولي شخص قال لي هذا الشيء. I was told that you like movies. قالوا لي انه انت بتحبي الافلام او انت بتحب الافلام. Okay, that's the second case when we don't need an agent. Let's see the third one. Okay, the passive voice is used when the agent is obvious and doesn't need to be mentioned. Okay, for example, in A, one person is chosen to receive the award. Okay, here it's obvious that the academy chooses the winner. Okay, ليرة واضح ايجنتك كيف بيسناك نايبينين. احنا بنعرف مين بيكون الفاعل ما بيحتاج انه نذكره مرة تانية. كمثال one person is chosen to receive the award. يكز هلا بجربه برنوي خلاطك شخص واحد بيفوز او بيتم اختياره ليفوز بالجائزة. اوكي، بنعرف انه الأكاديمية او أكاديميكا يعني بابلين جماعة كي بابلين لجنة أكاديميكا أو كسهلا بجيرن ديارة أو شتا. it's obvious. الناس بيعرفوا إنه لجنة الأكاديمية هن اللي بيختاروا الفائز، فما بيحتاج إنه نذكر اسمهم مرة تانية. ويمكن حتى بالتكست لتكست كانوا سراوة جاري كباس كرابة أو شتا لبرو بيسناكا مثلا باسي أكاديمية كولجنا كبكريتو. بنعرف إنه اسمهم مذكور مرة تانية بالتكست، ما بيحتاج إنه نذكرهم مرة تانية ويلا نقول هن اللي بيختاروا. الكل بيعرف إنه هن اللي بيختاروا، فما بنحتاج نقول اسمهم مرة تانية. Okay. Another case is it's obvious, for example, not another case, another example. Oscar night has been televised since 1953. Oscar night لصالي زانوس أوبن جاوسية ولا التلفزيون عرضكري. أزانين كي عرضكا. It's obvious that the TV stations have televised Oscar night. أزانين كستيشن تلفزيون كان بابلين محطات التلفاز هن اللي بيعرضوا الأوسكار، ما نو شخص تاني. اوكي، الكل بيعرفوا انه محطات التلفاز هن بيذيعوا البرامج. اوكي، او كساني كبرنامج كان عرضه كان هيروان كالتلفزيون كان ايشا كان the TV stations. Okay, so we don't need to mention their names. Okay, in conversation the active voice is often used with the impersonal subject people, you, we, or they. In more formal speech and writing, the passive is used with no agent. Okay. لقصة كردنا كنا معنونا يكبينين لأكتف voice impersonal subject كان بكاريا impersonal subject كان subject عام كان بونمونا people علين خلق واكا خلق أما عليه خلق أواك أو شتأن جامعة. Okay. يا ليو تو واكا يا كسك واكا يا أو واكا. You don't mean a person in per se, but you talk in general. Okay. What are impersonal subjects? They're subjects that are general for people. بريتين لچن بكاريك كبعام بكاريان بو باسكردن لها مو خلق بشريكي قشتي. الامpersonal subjects بيكونوا فاعل بس مثل كلمة people, you, we or they. إما واكين خلق واكا أو واكا هنن بيعملوا هيك، الناس بيعملوا هيك أو أنت بتعمل هيك. بس it's general يعني فاعل بشكل عام بنستخدمه لنحكي عن شغلات بشكل عام. so بالمحادثة بنستخدم الأكتيف voice بس بنستخدم هدول السبجكتس. بس بالكتابة وبالفورمال writing بالكتابة الرسمية خلينا نقول نستخدم الباسيف instead of this. okay. لجاتي أو impersonal subject بكار بينين وكل قصة كردنا بكاري أهينين وactive بكارينين لنوسينا ولنوسين رسمية لجاتي أو impersonal subject people و you we they بكار بينين رستكاكين بpassive وطاو. For example, you can rent DVDs at many stores. You can rent DVDs at many stores. أما رستيكي active لسبيتشا بكاريا يعني تو أتواني DVD بكري بقري لشندوكانيكي زور تو أتواني تو ما بس لأركانية لبنارنية ما بس ما لها مخلقة تو أتواني بتواناتها هي تو okay. Or if we change this to passive to make it more formal, we can say DVDs can be rented at many stores. Lera agent كمان نالين كتشيا يوا. Okay. بيسمى agent نيا. بوشي لبرو خوي impersonal subject. خوي يوا. Okay. It's not خوي. It's general. It's not someone particular, so we don't need to mention it. DVDs can be rented at many stores. CD DVD أتواني بكري بجيرة لتشندوكاني كيزور. Okay, another example. They sell popcorn in movie theaters. قرمشام يفرشن للصالة السينما كان أو بيبيعوا البشار في صالات السينما. They sell popcorn. They here again is an impersonal subject. ما بس مان لخلق أو خلقانية كالسينما إيشا كان بعام. يا السينما كبعام. Okay, so it's not a important agent to mention. We don't mention it. When we change this to passive, we just say popcorn is sold in movie theaters. البشار بيتم بيعه في صالات السينما. قرمشامي أفروشري لصالة السينما كان. Okay. So the cases when we didn't mention the agent were when it was not important to mention who performed the action. The action itself was more important. We use it when we don't know the agent or we prefer not to mention the agent. Okay. We also use it when the agent is obvious and it doesn't need mentioning. When the agent is obvious واضحة الكل بيعرفه. وكمان يك كحالة تدريج كاتك impersonal subject بكارينين لقسكرنا لأكتفا أو أقورينو لباسفا بويكا باسي impersonal subject كهرناكين agent كمان هلا أبين. Okay. في حال ال impersonal subject وفي حال إنه إحنا بس بالمحادثة بنقول هذا الاسم وبنحكي عن الناس بشكل عام. في الباسيف ما بنقول الagent. ما بنذكر كلمة people أو who you أو we أو they في الباسيف sentence. Okay, questions؟ برسيار تفضلوا إذا عندكم أي سؤال. No questions?
Thank you.
All right. We'll come back to these exercises, but let's talk about how, in which cases we use the agent. Okay. عشان حالتك مان هيك تا agentك جرينجا نايبينين باسي أم حالتنا أكين بدو أو exercise عن حالكين كلو بيناتهم. Let's take a 10-minute break. We start again at 9:50. Okay. Break أكبر بقرن دقيقة لدوي أو باسي تابلش أكين و exercise حالكين. If you have questions, please put them in the chat. Okay. So now we have the passive voice with an agent. So in which cases do we need to mention the agent? All right, we'll read the explanation first. So when the sentence has a strong agent, if it's a specific person, for example, Steven Spielberg, Ralph Lauren, let's say, who do you know? Vera Wang, I don't know, Christopher Nolan, I don't know, you know, the directors, the movie makers, the singers, Shakespeare, let's say, Bakhtar Ali, let's say, you know, people who, authors, let's say, musicians, movie makers, directors, actors that everyone know. Okay. كساني كي ناو دارن بابلي الناس راون لناو خلق أشخاص معروفين وسط الناس. Okay. كاتبين مؤلفين موسيقيين مغنيين ممثلين. Okay. أو مصممين. So Ralph Lauren is a designer. Okay. Designer who do you know among Kurdish designers? Let's say Rekar Kawa, he makes beautiful gowns. These kinds of people, when our agent is strong, so when the agent is someone that everyone knows, it's a specific person, we can use either the active or the passive. It's both correct, but it's the shift of focus. باش كاتك agent كمان ناسرا ومكسي ناسي أتوانين active بكاربين أتوانين passive بكاربين بوباسيكين بلام تركيزة كمان أقوري بونمونا كإما بأكتف باسيكين Elaine Rekarkawa has made a beautiful gown for my cousin. A gown is a dress, okay? Then our focus is on Rekarkawa who did this action, okay? كإما Elaine بونمونا من نقول جملة مثل شو هو ديزاينر عربي بتعرفوا okay زهير مراد زهير مراد let's say زهير مراد okay let's say زهير مراد قام بصنع فستان جميل جدا or something like that okay التركيز تبع الجملة بيروح على زهير مراد كايجنت كفاعل okay بس فينا نغير الجملة كمان للباسيف التركيز تبعنا راح يروح مو لزهير مراد كديزاينر بس بيروح للفعل اللي صاير اوكي كتتر تركيزة كمان أقول لوي كبابلين ركاكاوا أم إشي كردوا لوي كأم يشكراوا ركاكاوا كردوتي إيشا كجرنكترا لوي كركاكاوا كردوتي الشغلة أهم من إنه زهير مراد قام بيها بس كمان بنذكر اسمه لأنه شخص معروف وراح يقوي جملتنا باش اما جرينج نية بلا مانو كركار كاوا كدوتي لرسي باسفا بلا مرباسيكين شكا ايجنتكي بقوة رستا كمان بقوتك اوكي بلام تركيزة كمان بأكيدي شفتك اگر اكتف بوا تركيز ما نصر ركار كاوا بو اذا كانت الجملة اكتف كان تركيزنا راح يكون على زهير مراد خلينا نقول كان راح يكون فوق بس هلا بالباسف لا راح ينزل التركيز عنه بس كمان لازم نذكره لأنه مهم بالجملة okay تفصيل مهم بالجملة it's an important detail so when the sentence has a strong agent a specific person we can use either the active or passive the active voice puts more emphasis on the person who performs the action the passive voice puts more emphasis on the action or the result. In general, the active voice is more common than the passive voice when an agent is mentioned. بشويكي قشتي كاتك ما agent now أهانين و agent كمان بمشوي جرينجا زياتر باوا كactive voice بكار بينك passive بلام إيش ده هرتواني هدوكي بكار بين هدوكي هالراسطة إنه في أكثر الأحوال لما في عنا agent أو فعل هيك معروف على الأكثر الجملة راح تكون active بس كمان فينا نحولها لباسف كمان راح تكون صحيح أوكي بس نمونا كامكين So Steven Spielberg has made many movies. Okay, Steven Spielberg is a director. When we change it to passive, we say many movies have been made by Steven Spielberg. We still mention Steven Spielberg. It's the agent. This is by agent, and this is the agent. Okay. An active sentence, Ralph Lauren, it's a designer, مصمم ملابس. Okay. Designer يجي برجر Ralph Lauren designs many of the actresses' gowns. Okay. How do you change it to passive? Many of the actresses' gowns are designed by Ralph Lauren. Okay, so here the importance has shifted. In the active sentence, Steven Spielberg is the star. Okay, in the passive one, many movies have been made. The movies that have been made are more important, but again, by Steven Spielberg. It's also an important detail. We also mention it. Okay, يعني تركيزة كمان شفتي كردوها فيلم كجرينج تركا دروس كراو لو يكا ستيفن سبيلبرغ دروسي كردوها بلام still ستيفن سبيلبرغ شيكي زوب شوكنيا ديتيلر نيه مع البكرية لبرو هرباس يكين alright the same with the Ralph Lauren and the gowns okay Let's move to another case in which our agent is important. Sometimes the passive voice is used to continue with the same subject of the preceding sentence. بونمونا تكستكي جورا معناها أمانوي جملة معناها أمانوي بهمان subjectي أو جملة بردوام بين جاركي كر ناوي أهنينوا. Okay, for example, in a active sentence, the first Oscar ceremony took place in 1929. Okay. When we change this to passive, the first Oscar ceremony is already mentioned, so we change it to it. Okay. But we don't say 200 people attended it. It will not be nice to say. We change it to passive to make it more formal and to sound more nice. Subject. It was attended by 250 people. Okay. So the 250 people is the information we want to add. زانياركي كمان زيبكين. بلام أمانة بهمان subjecti رستي بيشو طاوبين. The first Oscar ceremony. نامانة مثلا نايبين, you know. Nationally, 250 people attended it. لبروي جوان نية structure رستكا. But passive alien it was attended by 250 people. بدنا نزيد معلومات على الجملة, تمام؟ على جملة مذكورة أصلاً وهي the first Oscar ceremony took place in 1929. تمام. في عنا جملة تانية وهي the first Oscar ceremony was attended by 250 people or 250 people attended the first Oscar ceremony. بس بدنا نغير التركيبة اللي هي الجملة. بدنا نستمر بالجملة بدون ما أنه نعيد كلمة the first Oscar ceremony. فبنحولها ل it. تمام. وما بنقول 250 people attended it. بنقول it was attended by 250 people لأنه شكلها أحسن وكمان بتكون رسمية أكتر. شكلها رسمي أكتر لما بنقولها بالباسف. تمام. It was attended by 250 people. Attended يعني 250 شخص زاروا أو راحوا على هذا الأوسكار ceremony. Okay. Another example for this would be the Oscar ceremony is popular all over the world. Okay. Another sentence to follow that one. It is seen by millions of viewers each year. It is seen by millions of viewers each year. What do we mean it? We mean the Oscar ceremony. بنعني الأوسكار ceremony is seen بينشاف من قبل ملايين المشاهدين كل سنة. للان مليونها تم كسو سير أكريها مصالك. Okay. Oscar ceremony man kirba it. بلام نالين millions of viewers see it every year. It's better to say, it's more formal to say it's seen by millions of viewers each year. Okay, so that's the explanation of this. You don't really need to, you know, focus on this too much, but just know when it's mentioned, maybe it's just a follow-up of another sentence. Okay, تنها أو بزانا ليرا كلا أنا جاي حالتك تلوي agent باسكين كإما رستي كتير معناها بيشتر إما بس أمانة لسر أو زانياري زيادة بين. بدنا نعطي معلومات أكتر على الجملة اللي موجودة قبلها. تمام. وإنه نقولها بالباسف يكون أكتر formal وأكتر رسمية. All right. This point over here. Okay. I'll tell you what it is, but don't focus on it too much. It's a bit difficult. So, for example, we have a sentence like Steven Spielberg directed Star Wars. تعرفوا فيلم Star Wars filmmaker. Didn't he? No, Star Wars was directed by George Lucas. Okay. Focus here, stay active. Steven Spielberg directed Star Wars, didn't he? Focus okay, لسر Emma focus okay, rasta active okay, لسر away Steven Spielberg فيلم direct كردوا. توي شفتك يا لينا Star Wars direct كراوة لليان جورج لوكاسو. Focus كمان had both Star Wars. All right. هون لما احنا نجاوب على هذا السؤال it's a tag question. ستيفن سبيلبرغ قام بإخراج فيلم ستار وورز مو هيك؟ بالجواب بنغير الفوكس. شلون بنغير الفوكس؟ بنجيب كلمة Star Wars لقدام. No, Star Wars was directed by George Lucas. Okay. لا، فيلم Star Wars تم إخراجه من قبل جورج لوكاس. Okay. So we have used the passive to change the shift of emphasis. بوغوريني تركيزي رستك بكارمان هنا ليرة. استخدمناه لنغير تركيز الجملة على شو يا كلمة بيكون غيرنا. تمام. بس الايجنت كمان محتاجين نقوله لانه احنا عم نصحح المعلومه. اوكي، ايجنتك ما بو باسكر دوله برؤيه مزانياري ايجنتك راستك ينو كستيفن سبيلبرغ نبوه جورج لوكاس بوا. اوكي، ما كان ستيفن سبيلبرغ المخرج كان جورج لوكاس، ونحن مغيرين الفوكس وكمان مغيرين الايجنت. اوكي. Let's see another point. We often use the passive when the agent made, discovered, invented, designed, built, wrote, painted, or composed something. رستي passive بكار بينن كلم verb أنا بينن. Okay. جيرنجا كاتي أم verb أنا تنبيني passive باسي كان. It makes the sentence look better and it's more professional, it's more formal. كاتي لما تشوفوا هدول الأفعال made قام بالصنع، discovered قام باكتشاف، invented قام باختراع، designed قام بتصميم، built قام ببناء، قام بكتابة، painted مو تلوين، it's paint. What's it in Arabic?
ترسم.
It's not رسم exactly, it's using paint. بابا كارناني بوياخا. One second. اوكي، يصبغ. اوكي، الصبغ بس باستخدام الالوان، يمكن الوان زيتيه كمان. اوكي. بويا اخكردن بكارناني بويا بكارناني بويا وين اكاكيشي. اوكي. composed قام بتلحين شيء. اوكي، من نشوف هدول الافعال الاحسن انه نستخدم الباسيف فويس. وكمان الشخص مهم، الايجنت مهم، فبنقول اسمهم كمان. اوكي. كاتي ام فيرب انا مان هي شتيك دروس كرد، شتيك مان دوزيوا، شتيك مان داهنا انفنت، ديزاين كرد، بنا مان كرد، نوسي، وينيك شعب بوي زيتي ياخد، لحنكي دروس كرد ياخد بابلين، آوازێکی داهێنا. ئۆکەی، لەو حاڵەتانەیە پاسف بەکار ئەهێنین، هەروەها ئەیجنتەکەش ناوی ئەهێنین لەبەرەوەی ئەیجنتێکی بەخۆتە. Okay, so the dress was designed by Vera Wang. Vera Wang is a very famous designer. The music was composed by Bob Dylan. Okay, the movie projector was invented by Thomas Edison. Okay, in these types of sentences, it's better to use passive, and it's also important to mention the agent. Okay, the last point is when our agent is included, we use either by plus the noun, or if it's a pronoun, it needs to be an object pronoun. But why by a noun yet? ياخد اجا pronoun بو object pronoun بو لبروي by preposition بدواي preposition أبي object of preposition بيت object of preposition إيش بيت أجا pronoun كمان هبه أبي object pronoun بيت. تمام. لما بيكون عندنا الagent نستخدم يا أما by زائدا الاسم اللي بيكون الagent الفاعل، بس إذا كان ضمير لازم يكون ضمير في محل object pronoun. أوكي. ليش؟ لأنه by بيكون حرف جر، وبعد الحرف جر عندنا object of preposition، ولهيك البروناون الضمير لازم يكون مفعول به في محل المفعول به. Okay, so the song was written by Randy Newman. It was performed by him. We don't say by he, we say by him. Why? Because it needs to be a pronoun, an object pronoun. Okay? So do you have questions so far؟ برسيارت عن هي تائرة؟ عندكم أي سؤال لهون؟ Just know that when an agent is specific and everyone knows the person, it's an important person, we need to mention it. Okay, because it's an important detail. Also need know these verbs, that we use the passive voice with these verbs, and also